Good evening, I'm Erin Nordlow.
And I'm Callie LeCount. Here's what's coming up next on Panthervision.
Never heard one thing about it.
Turns out UWM isn't alone. Students at other universities aren't being told what to do either. We'll explain.
What does playing a flute in a tree and a map collection have in common? We'll explore that relationship.
The art of silence. Take a look at how it's making noise on campus.
Same roster, but different attitudes.
I think we have gotten to the point where we want to play for each other.
Women's basketball is in full swing. We have a one-on-one with the Lady Panthers.
From the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, this is UWM Panthervision. A weekly newscast reported, written, and produced by students in the Department of Journalism and Mass Communication. And now, the news.
Good evening. UWM is not alone. Other colleges in the system aren't giving their students important safety information either.
That's the result of a Panthervision investigation into whether state universities train students on what to do in an active shooter situation.
Training video, if you have, keep your hand in the air.
As we've reported, most UWM students have never been told what to do, nor are they required to attend training classes or watch a training video. But a UW system task force formed after the 2007 Virginia Tech shootings required that schools provide such information. The task force mandated that all UW institutions develop new safety and security awareness programs for students, faculty, and staff, with the information appropriately disseminated. A year later, task force members told the Board of Regents that, quote, all UW institutions continue to provide safety information to students and parents during orientation sessions and to faculty and staff during new employee orientation and department meetings. But we're finding out that's not the case.
And it doesn't matter whether you attend UW-Milwaukee, Madison, Stevens Point, or Whitewater. It turns out UWM isn't the only school that's unprepared.
You know, I think we're getting there.
Officer Jason Burt of UW-Whitewater says that the students and staff are well trained in the event of an active shooter.
Anybody can do it. We do it. We actually go out and do it for certain groups.
Senior Shauna Binsfeld disagrees.
I've never heard one thing about it. No shooting, nothing to do of what if there's a shooter in the building. I've never heard anything. Considering how much it's going on in other places now, I'm surprised there hasn't been anything in the recent years.
The Shots Fired program is offered through Club UW, an unrequired freshman seminar, and is required only for certain groups.
Well, I never went to Club UW. I thought it was, too cool.
Even student employees at the school's visitor center have trouble remembering their school's plan.
I think you know the first step.
If you can remember.
Let me see.
And the one way to get everyone on campus involved isn't happening.
There is no active shooter drill.
Mandatory viewing of shots fired and annual drills might help.
I mean, you can always be more prepared than you are today. So I think the more people that kind of go through it and at least think about some of the stuff can see it.
UW and Panthervision surveyed all four-year colleges in the system and found there is no consistency in how campuses train students. None of the 13 schools shows a training video at freshman orientation, although nearly all have one available. The most common video is called Shots Fired on Campus and is produced by the Center for Personal Protection and Safety. No school requires that students, faculty, or staff view the video or receive any other kind of training. Although some universities discuss safety issues at orientation, at UW-Eau Claire, police are not allowed to have face-to-face contact with freshmen or their parents at orientation. And UW River Falls stopped offering training seminars a couple of years ago after only about 10 people showed up for 2 sessions.
All colleges in the U.S. will soon be required to train faculty and new students about sexual assault awareness. The training will include understanding the legal definition of consent for sex, safe ways for bystanders to intervene, and ways to recognize abusive behavior. Colleges must start the training by March of next year. The training is mandated by the Violence Against Women Act, which Congress passed earlier this year.
2 UWM students are being charged in connection with a robbery that happened just blocks from campus. David Kimbrough and Devonair Campbell are charged with being party to a robbery and use of force in an attack. Police say they and 2 others attacked a male victim about 6 a.m. on Wednesday. They allegedly stole his cell phone, iPod, and a pair of earbuds. The victim suffered a fractured cheekbone, a ruptured right eardrum, and damage to his left eardrum. Spites Plaza is lined with U.S. flags, each one in honor of a student veteran or service member at UWM. The flag tribute is just one of many campus activities for veterans this week. The activities are sponsored by the Military and Veterans Resource Center at UWM.
UWM is honoring a longtime staff member. The university held a memorial service for Sarah Sandin, who worked at the university for 37 years. She spent 31 years as the coordinator for the master's program in the Lubar School of Business. She retired in 2010.
Fortune 500 companies cannot get enough workers with this job skill, and they're willing to pay top dollar for it. Fluency in a foreign language is the hottest job skill according to the U.S. Department of Labor. Among the languages in highest demand are Arabic, Scandinavian, and Asian languages. UWM's Department of Foreign Language offers instruction in those languages. Because Spanish is so prevalent in the United States, it offers the lowest return in terms of salary.
1 of every 8 students at UW-Madison is from a different country. The Institute of International Education says UW-Madison enrolled 500 more international students this fall compared to last year. Madison has 5,300 international students. UWM also has seen an increase in international student enrollment, up 15% from last fall.
UWM has another kind of international influence. This time we're not talking about students. Will Bott has the story.
Julian Davids Mochedler connects with nature by playing the flute in the middle of UWM's Downer Woods.
There's very few places you can go in the city where you won't be looking at a house or a sidewalk or a bus.
In the fast-paced world of technology, it's easy to miss the forest for the trees.
When you're on campus, you're constantly surrounded by this rush of people. They all have somewhere to go, and they're all rushing there really quickly. In the woods, there is none of that.
Downer Woods is not the only overlooked sanctuary where Davids Mochedler finds fulfillment. As a geography major, he connects with the past in the American Geographical Society Library, a collection of over 500,000 maps, 11,000 atlases, and 165 globes on the 3rd floor of UWM's library.
You can look at a map and see a place. Like you read in a history book, Milwaukee of 1850. What does that mean? You can look at a map and actually see, this is what a person did in their life. They went from here to there.
Maybe that was it. That looks... Yeah. That's water, so this is KK.
Marcy Bidney is the curator at the library. She finds similarity in the separation that people have with nature and the past.
We're trying to cram so much into our daily lives that we don't have time to think about or take a walk in the woods.
Bidney thinks it's important for everyone to understand that maps reveal more than just directions. They portray the reality of the time.
Here you have a fairly well-defined Iberian Peninsula where Spain and France are.
Bidney and Davids Mochedler find themselves combining lessons from the past with their own lives.
I think we need to question the technology that we do have and that we do utilize.
Although Davids Mochedler does not use a phone or social media, he finds his source of happiness in the trees and in the earth. In Milwaukee, I'm Will Bott for Panthervision.
The map collection in UWM's library is the largest and most prestigious in the country. You can view these maps and other historical documents in person or on the UWM library website.
The men's soccer team is headed to the NCAA tournament. With a 2-0 win over UIC on Sunday, the team won the Horizon League tournament, giving them an automatic bid to the NCAA. This is the team's 9th all-time trip to the NCAA. The game was delayed for 4 hours due to severe weather in the Chicago area. Being in the NCAA tournament is nothing new for the men's and women's soccer teams.
And that makes soccer fans proud. But how strong is Panther pride for the rest of the university?
Panthervision's Kevin Grinke checks out the school spirit on campus.
When you think about UWM, how often do you hear about their raucous student section? UWM has a serious lack of Panther pride.
It could be better.
Greg Blahoviak is the assistant of ticket sales for the UWM athletic department.
And hopefully give the students a great experience from the time that they leave their dorm room or their house or apartment to the time that they leave the arena.
One thing the athletic department is doing to increase fan experience is more fan giveaways, says Brian Morgan, the Assistant Athletic Director of Fan Experience.
It's a proven fact in our business that t-shirts and free food giveaways do draw students to game.
Recently, the athletic department decided they wanted to go from this to this.
New this summer, we created a fan experience department, which is popular now among college athletics.
While they are implementing new ways of getting fans in the stands, they will stick to their traditional methods, such as the pep band, the cheerleaders and Panther dance team, and of course, pounce. While it is a work in progress, the athletic department is aiming to create a large and rowdy student section. In Milwaukee, I'm Kevin Grinke for Panthervision.
Recent signs of success from the department include the men's soccer game against Marquette, which had an attendance of 2,500.
Coming up next, we'll catch up with a 6-foot turkey dancing in the streets.
And we'll find out what's cooking at MATC, that and more when we return.
Issued this warning because smoking causes lung cancer. The Surgeon General issued this warning because radon can cause lung cancer. Radon is an invisible radioactive gas that seeps inside your home from underground. Protect your family. Have your home tested. Call 1-800-SOS-RADON. Radon problems can be fixed.
This is where powerful ideas lead to proven results. This is where you belong.
A strong, productive workforce. Building one requires proper education and training, not just for today, but for tomorrow. That's why for the last 100 years, thousands of successful workers wearing hats like these began their careers with this one hat.
Thanks for watching UWM Panthervision, judged Best Student Newscast by the Northwest Broadcast News Association. Panthervision is produced by students in the Department of Journalism and Mass Communication in association with Milwaukee Area Technical College.
Thanksgiving is around the corner, and many local food drives are in action, but none quite as unique as the Teaks.
Panthervision reporter Michael Friday tells us about a dancing turkey and a good cause.
Don't feel bad for the freshman in the turkey suit. It may be initiation week at the Teak House, but this isn't a form of hazing.
If that's hazing, I want to be hazed right now.
It was more than 2 of a freshman's lifetimes ago when Paul Simon famously did it for SNL, a sort of comedy fraternity, and you'd think the dress in a turkey costume gag is still crazy after all these years.
But on a frigid November afternoon like this one, it's actually logical to be dressed like this.
It is pretty warm in the suit. Yeah.
It may be warm inside the suit, but the reason the Teak brothers are out in the cold is to give off a different kind of warmth.
People just stand out here and just dance in the street, look like fools, and just kind of give attention to a good cause.
The origin of the Teak annual food drive predates even the earliest class photo hanging on the wall.
Thanksgiving of 1997, a couple of our brothers at that time, they were bored, they didn't know what to do. They were sick of just sitting around the house, so they just decided to come outside, sit on the porch, and just start donating, collecting food.
The couple thousand pounds of food they average each year goes to the Hunger Task Force and winds up at one of the 80 meal sites in the area.
It's just to give, back to the community and just think of those who are not getting food this time of year.
So when the Teak brothers suit up in their proverbial phone booth, they have reason to feel like superheroes. Yeah! In Milwaukee, I'm Michael Friday for Panthervision.
The Hunger Task Force in Milwaukee distributed 8.3 million pounds of food last year. Next year, the Teak House hopes to include a visit to one of the soup kitchens as part of their fundraising efforts.
UWM is being named a bicycle-friendly university by the Bicycle Federation of America. This designation is given to campuses that commit to promoting and investing in bike-friendly facilities. UWM is one of 75 universities in 32 states and one of 4 campuses in Wisconsin to receive this recognition.
If you need help with your holiday baking, try coming down to MATC's new store. J.R. Witt finds out what's cooking in the culinary department in tonight's MATC report.
MATC's Bakery and Pastry Arts program opened a new bakery on the first floor of the downtown campus.
The new facilities we are so excited about. We've been on the 6th floor, as most people know, for many years, and now we moved to this new remodeled facility. And now we're able to teach the students like a retail storefront.
The Culinary Arts Department has decided to take a real-world approach for the bakery.
The bakery we have is run by a class of students. They're actually in a class called Retail Operations.
The employees of the bakery really appreciate their new facility.
I like the openness. I love how easy it is for us to keep stock. The back area is roomy enough that we can have several people back there doing different things. And all in all, it's a great space, and I really enjoy working in it.
This bakery is not the only addition in the Culinary Arts Department.
The retail bakery will operate almost the same hours as the new cafe when it opens. The new cafe is set to open the end of this semester.
With so many people needing to follow a special diet, MATC has incorporated that into their program.
In one of our labs is healthy baking, where they learn how to do vegan baking. They also learn how to do gluten-free baking and anything dietary.
Currently, the bakery is open Monday through Thursday from 11:15 to 1:45. In Milwaukee, for the MATC Report, I'm J.R. Witt.
Next semester, the bakery is extending its hours to coincide with the cafe that is opening. Robert White joins us with a look at our weather.
Yeah, we had some rough weather yesterday, but this week it's going to be a lot more calm. Some tornadoes down by Chicago and Racine, but hopefully this week it'll be better. Looking at today's headlines, we have cold but dry today. No chance of rain, but it's going to be windy, awfully windy today. Currently the temperature is 36 degrees, dew point of 25, and the barometric pressure is rising at 29.79. Today, cloudy and windy, high of 38, low of 27, and no chance of precipitation. Current conditions, we got the lows today, 20 in Rhinelander, 29 in Eau Claire, 28 in La Crosse, and Milwaukee down at 27. For the highs, 29 in Rhinelander, 35 in Eau Claire, and 38 in La Crosse, and today 38 in Milwaukee as well. Looking forward to tonight, a low of 27, a little bit of wind from the northwest at 13 miles per hour. And tomorrow, mostly sunny. It'll be nice tomorrow, 44, low of only 37. Wind from the south at 15 miles per hour. On Wednesday, the rain will come back, but it will remain mild, 42 and 40 for the low. South wind at 18 miles per hour. Thursday, 46. Friday, and the rest of the week will be pretty nice, highs in the 40s. And then on Sunday, partly cloudy, only 26 though, so a little bit cold this weekend, guys.
So it sounds like we have to put on more layers again.
Yeah, definitely. Getting cold, closer to December.
All right, well, thank you, Robert.
Thanks,
With Thanksgiving so late this year, the Christmas shopping season will seem shorter than usual, but there might be a place for one-stop holiday shopping. Ashley Pluger takes us there in this MATC report.
The Holiday Art and Gift Fair is a special event that the auction holds. We started in 2003 with about 25 artists, and we built it up now to 50 artists. It'll be original artwork. So it's going to be oil paintings, watercolors, pottery. We've got some metal sculpture. We've got regular sculptures. We've got glassware. We've got wood carving. We've got jewelry. We have lots of really great jewelry. We pick the artists. It's kind of a juried art show. People, artists send in their applications, and then we have several people who look at it and decide if it's something that's going to fit in with our show. It's free admission, and there's free parking. It's held at the auction location, which is in Brookfield. The address is 12560 West Townsend Street. It's November 23rd and November 24th, so that's a Saturday and Sunday, from 10 o'clock till 5 o'clock on Saturday, and then 11 o'clock to 4 o'clock on Sunday. If you're doing Christmas shopping and you're looking for something unique for someone, this is the place to be. The artists come in, they have beautiful stuff. Prices are good. The auction outlet store is open, and that's always fun. We always have leftover stuff, and we'll actually have some items that are left over from the holiday auction.
This has been Ashley Pfluger from the MPTV auction site for Panthervision. Now back to you in the studio.
The event runs November 23rd and 24th and features more than 50 booths.
It's championship season for soccer and warm-up season for basketball. We'll have all that action next in sports.
And later, Silence Set in Motion, the ancient art of Tai Chi. All that and more when we come back.
We make sure they get to college. Federal student aid provides more than $150 billion in grants, loans, and work-study funds to make college possible for anyone with the mind to get there. Because if given the chance, minds will do great things. Federal Student Aid, proud sponsor of the American Mind. Learn more about money for college at studentaid.gov.
Okay, people, listen up. Our fugitive has been on the run for 90 minutes. Average foot speed over uneven terrain, barring any injuries, is 4 miles per hour. That's a 6-mile radius. I want checkpoints established at I-95, 495, and over at Route 66. What I need from each and every one of you is a full target search of every gas station, residence, warehouse, farmhouse, hen house, outhouse, and doghouse in that area. Your fugitive has just cashed in his 401k plan, and all he had to do was roll it over. Go get him!
Learn about rollovers and protecting your financial future, and choose to save.
You can't mess with the big dog.
Thanks for watching UWM Panthervision, Judge Best Student Newscast by the Northwest Broadcast News Association. Panthervision is produced by students in the Department of Journalism and Mass Communication in association with Milwaukee Area Technical College.
It's a busy time for UWM sports.
And the soccer team takes top billing. Mike Procaro is here with sports.
Thanks, Aaron. Looking to earn their 9th trip to the NCAA tournament, the men's soccer team faced UIC Sunday on the road, but they had to wait. After waiting for 4 hours and having to move from UIC's field to Northwestern, UWM finally got a chance to play, and it was worth the wait. UWM won 2-0. Up next for the Panthers is finding out who they will face in round 1 of the NCAA tournament. The selection show is at 11 a.m. today. The team will gather in the Klatsche Center to watch the show. The women's soccer season is over. The Lady Panthers lost to Michigan in the first round of the NCAA tournament. The women made it to the NCAA by winning the Horizon League tournament in dramatic fashion, scoring with just 23 seconds left. After the win, the team gathered in the Klatsche Center to watch the selection show and found out who they would face. And although they drew 11th ranked Michigan, that didn't faze them.
To get back there, they will have to beat Milwaukee.
I think it's fantastic that we get to go play at a place we're somewhat familiar with, and I think our team feels real confident about the performance we put in when we were there the first time and where we are at currently now, so I think it'll be a great match.
2013 campaign with a 10-9-1 record. It was a busy weekend for the Panthers on the hardwood. The men's team was at the Northern Illinois tournament. Friday against San Jose State, the Panthers had a hard time shooting only 37% from the field. Thanks to points off turnovers and a late scoring run, the Panthers were able to win 64-61. Saturday, the Panthers were much more comfortable in their 77-66 win over James Madison. Sunday afternoon, the Panthers faced host Northern Illinois and won 82-69. It was their 4th straight win. The women's basketball team is hoping to get back on track, coming off of 2 straight losses, including a 25-point loss to in-state opponent Wisconsin.
She is from Indiana.
The Panthers played tough in the first 25 minutes of the game, but a 16-2 scoring run by the Badgers decided the contest. Senior Angela Rodriguez led Milwaukee with 18 points. Despite that high-profile loss, the Panthers are hoping for a successful season. Panthervision's Joe Horning catches up with the team in action.
Coming off of a disappointing 9-20 season, the UWM women's basketball team has the same roster, but a new attitude, according to Coach Kyle Recklitz.
You know, we are fast-paced. We are a scoring, high-scoring offensive team.
Senior point guard Angela Rodriguez feels there's one skill the team developed to help them improve this season.
I would say just being a team in general. We all really get along, and the camaraderie on the team is really good. I think we have gotten to the point where we want to play for each other. I think it's slowly coming into play, but that's one of our biggest things this year.
Alongside Rodriguez, junior Ashley Green is one of the Panthers' returning stars. Even as an established starter, she feels there's always room for improvement.
Literally, whenever I need help with my shot, I can go to her. She will tell me one thing, and then all of a sudden it'll go in. So,
one of the reasons Recklitz is such a great teacher on the court is because she herself was a college hoop star at UW-Madison.
I mean, she can talk the talk and walk the walk when she's coaching, so we know that she's been there and done that, so we trust her.
Even though Recklitz is now coaching instead of playing, she still brings her experience on the court.
Last year, I actually went one-on-one against one of our post players in a practice and ended up getting a fractured rib. So I have vowed myself to kind of let them be the players and let me be the coach.
With a talented, energetic team and a promising young coach, the Panther women are poised for greatness. In Milwaukee, I'm Joe Horning for Panthervision.
It sure has been a successful fall season for Panther Athletics, and the women's volleyball team hopes to continue it. This weekend, they're hosting the Horizon League tournament at the Kalachi Center, so pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah,
We'll
that is
definitely
exciting.
have to check that out.
Thanks, Mike. The art of silence is prominent in the Chinese martial art form of Tai Chi.
And as Panthervision's Michael Friday reports, although it's not being heard, it is definitely being seen.
Have you heard the one about the UWM student who goes to school and works full-time? Oh, I know what you're probably thinking. But junior Anthony Deutsch helps to pay his tuition more unconventionally. That's right, Anthony's workplace is his keyboard. And lately, business is booming.
When I moved down here, sophomore year of college, and that's when it really started to happen.
But the soundtrack to his greatest passion is the sound of silence. It may look like they're fighting, and they did take it outside. But it's just another meeting of the Tai Chi Chuan Club, where Anthony is the master.
He has stepped up to the plate and started promoting Tai Chi on the campus here.
However, there's much of the ancient Chinese art he's yet to learn.
Okay, let me make a correction here real quickly.
Still, Anthony can use the philosophies of Tai Chi
It's all about adversity.
and the fundamental applications hand in hand.
Tai Chi's helped my piano playing.
Well,
Pong.
we had a guy from Chicago.
And he's happy to show off his progress for strangers and mentors alike.
I need to practice more.
Oh, come on. Now is when I could end the story with a cliche like Anthony stands out from the crowd. But that would contradict the Tao of Deutsch.
Words are ineffable. We use them as tools, but really, the best thing at the end of the day is just to experience something, and you have that for yourself.
In Milwaukee, I'm Michael Friday for Panthervision.
The practice of Tai Chi is spreading worldwide. It's used primarily for defense training, but also has health benefits. UWM's Tai Chi Club meets every Friday at 11 a.m. in Green Hall. Thank you for tuning in for tonight's edition of Panthervision.
You can watch us on Time Warner Cable Channel 14 and AT&T Uverse Channel 99 at 5 o'clock on Wednesdays and Fridays.
Have a great week.